everybody, this is Penguin. I just wanted to come and just touch base with you guys a little bit. Normally we don't go this long without posting a video or something, but you know, life happens and things have been a little chaos here. I haven't been feeling the greatest and I just haven't had it in me. So we did go for a ride. We did get some stuff recorded for you guys. We have all kinds of recipes that we need to get to cooking. And we will go on tomorrow night sometime at some point and do a live and an unboxing. And we'll probably even cook something or make something on live. We'll do something fun. I promise, guys. So just be patient with us. Bear with us. Because yes, life happens. But we will be back with you guys on a live tomorrow. We love you all. We thank you all. And we miss you all. We'll see you tomorrow. Hey guys, we are on the hunt for the Saudi Bobby guy. So we're in Terre Haute right now. We're headed down towards the banks of the Wabash Festival. We're not actually going into the festival, but Chef is going to go on the hunt for the Saudi Bobby guy if it's not super busy. So I thought since we're in a different area that I'd go ahead and turn the camera on. Because I know there's a few of you that like to see where we're going. You like to see different places. You like to see the world moving, going around. So that's what we're doing right now. So we're just bringing you guys along. And happy Thursday, guys. Say happy Thursday, Chef.
Happy Thursday, Chef.
I knew he was going to say that. Don't you always know when they're going to say that? Happy Thursday, Chef. I don't know how many of you have ever heard of Paul Dresser, but this is the home of Paul Dresser. Wasn't it that house?
Yeah.
The Paul Dresser house. Okay, guys, we're going down the hill towards the river. And we don't think the festival's just open yet. I think it doesn't open for another 15 or 20 minutes, Chef said.
For an hour and 15 or 20 minutes.
The Saudi Bobby guy's trailer is there, but he's just not open yet. And Poot saw a squirrel. He's on the lookout today.
Take at least where you can go to see where the white SUVs pull up.
Yeah. It's hard. You can't really drive through the park because of all the vendors and stuff. Lots and lots of people around, but they have it barricaded so you can't actually get through. But if you can see all the vendors and the tents up there off to the distance. And this is what Chef's pulling into right now. This is the pavilion where they always have free music. There's a stage on the other side that you can't see from this angle, but they have a lot of free, what they call concerts in the park. Rock music, country music, string orchestra, all different kinds of music.
Over to your left now is the Wabash River.
Yeah, the Wabash River's to the left. It's a nice park to come to. A lot of people come through here and walk and ride their bikes, but it also has a reputation for other things that we're not going to discuss on YouTube. So it's best to come here in the daylight and not come here in the dark. So this is one of those parks, I think it stays open all the time, doesn't it? It used to.
There's no gates. I mean, there's gates, but they never close.
Yeah, this park you can drive through at any hour of the night, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to come through here late at night. It's a beautiful park, but like I said, it's just one of those that's got a reputation. They got a Ferris wheel, just some small rides. They got, you know, the mirror thing where you go in and it's like circus mirrors, and of course, you know, just any other normal cheapo carnival kind of thing that they have.
And enlarge it, they can see the midway better while I'm here sitting here.
Yeah.
I got a vehicle coming behind me, so I have to move.
If you guys can see trying to blow it up a little bit, but it's not going to do that.
That's just about as close as I can get.
Yeah, it's not going to blow it up anymore, guys. But they got a ride over here. It's called the Energy. I have no idea what it does.
Energy Extreme.
Energy Extreme. And they have that Buccaneer boat. I think that big boat that we've all seen.
Carnival games.
Yeah, lots of carnival games.
The most fun I had playing games. You remember the where you smack the hammer down and make the bell ring?
Mm-hmm.
When we went to Indiana Beach, they changed it from having a real physical one to where it's flat and it just makes a light go up. But you still had to hit it really hard. And I got up there and you had to make the bell ring 3 times to win a prize. It was like $5. And I got up there the first time and rung it, and I won a stuffed animal for one of the boys. And there was this tall guy. He wasn't as heavy as I was, but he was like 6'3", and he was with his girlfriend. And she made him get up there and do it. And he rang the bell 3 times and won her a stuffed animal. Well, I went back up right after him again because we was the only 2 there. I just wanted to win another prize for my kid. And it was a limit of 2 prizes a day. And I went up there and I rang the bell 3 times again. You just had to hit the mallet flat on the plunger to do it. And I won another one. Well, evidently his girlfriend thought I was trying to show him up and made him go back up there and play it again.
Yeah.
And he won it again.
It was like a competition, a secret competition going on.
So I went back up and told the girl I want to play again. She goes, "You can't win any more prizes. It's a limit of 2 prizes a day." I said, "I don't care." After that woman sitting over saying stuff about me, I went up there and I rang the bell again 3 times. So his girlfriend made him do it again 3 times. Or go up there and pay $5 and ring it again 3 times.
The carnival people were loving it because they were getting money out of it.
Well, they're permanent workers there.
Well, you know what I mean.
But anyway, so I went back up the 4th time. By now, my arms are hurting because that hammer's heavy.
And I'm getting tired of him wasting money.
And I barely was able to make it ring 3 times. And I said, "That's it for me. I'm out after this." So she made him go up there and do it again. Well, he went up there and he only got it to ring 2 out of 3 times. Boy, she started cussing him out for letting me throw him up because here I am 6 or 7 inches shorter than him and kind of heavy.
And in case you guys didn't know, Terre Haute is also the home of the contoured Coca-Cola glass bottle.
Yeah.
In case you guys did not know that.
It's where they were first made.
Yeah. The contoured glass Coca-Cola bottle was first made in Terre Haute, Indiana. I've told you before, Clabber Girl is also in Terre Haute.
They make it bigger.
You can't make it bigger.
You know, you probably can't see it. There's the vehicle ahead of us, and then off to the left and up, that used to be the biggest building in Terre Haute. We don't really have a skyline here. That's the Sycamore building. That was built in the early 1900s.
Yeah, it was the tallest building in Terre Haute. And it's still, well, other than the university buildings.
Yeah, the university buildings are a little taller now. I think maybe the steeple on the courthouse is higher too, but
yeah, our courthouse is off to the left that you can't really see, but anyway, so we're just going to take you on a little ride.
We were talking about cruising the Bash before. I'm getting ready to turn on to Wabash Avenue.
Yeah, this is where all the kids came to on the weekends to cruise the Bash.
This is 3rd and Wabash right here, and this is where everybody turned off the highway, State Street.
Now this wasn't part of the main drag right here because people usually didn't come down this far. A few of them would, but not most of them. We'll show you where it actually began.
If you've watched American Graffiti and how they would cruise along, that's what it was like up here back in the day when we were young.
But this is what they consider downtown Terre Haute. There's a lot of restaurants and businesses and apartments on either side of this road.
And my dad told me that it was people were cruising back when he was a kid. That would have been back in the mid-late 40s, early 50s. People were already cruising Wabash like that because even back then there was nothing left. There wasn't much to do. He said back in the day, if you had $1, you could come and spend all night up here. You could eat, have pop, go to a movie, you get popcorn, the whole 9 yards for $1.
They've got vape shops. They've got fine footwear shops. They have apartments, real estate, restaurants.
You know Terre Haute's other nickname?
Sin City.
Sin City, yeah, because gangsters used to come through here from Chicago and going to Indianapolis
and I think that's why I think I told you guys before that my great aunt, well, no, it would have been my aunt. I think my aunt was actually one of the mistresses to Al Capone, who was a big gangster back in the day.
John Dillinger had a couple houses here in Terre Haute that he used to hide out in. My dad actually got to go in one years later. They had a yard sale, and he said that when you went down to the basement, there was 4 different exits and a window to get out of that basement. My
aunt used to run one of the ladies' houses, as they would call it.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say.
Yeah.
The next street over is Ohio Street, and once you get out of downtown, it turns into homes now. But my dad said that's where all the ladies of the evening would hang out at the balcony windows and stuff up there and try to get you to come up and visit them.
They're building a new convention center here off to the left. There's a children's museum off to the right.
The convention center is going to have its own parking area, and they said they're building a Larry Bird museum inside of it.
Yeah.
Because this is where Larry Bird played basketball. Right, well over to your left is ISU's arena.
Yeah. They got a cigar store where you can go in and play pool. You can take them around Hulman Center if you want, but we might sometime.
Well, I'm going to cruise the Bash and then come back.
Clabber Girl, baking powder. A lot of you, I've seen you use them in your cooking videos.
That was owned, I don't know if it still is, by the Hulmans.
I've talked about Square Donuts, which is right here to the right. People are like, what's a square donut? I've never heard of square donuts. I'm like, I used to joke. I said square donuts are for the people that are allergic to the round.
But right here is where the turnaround used to be, this empty lot off to the right. There used to be an Arby's right here.
Yeah, so this would be the cruising starting point.
Because this is where we would sit on Friday and Saturday nights, right here at this parking lot that's not there anymore.
Yeah. Me and the chef would actually pass each other because he had a bright red cherry souped up Nova.
Emerald red was the kind of paint it was.
Yeah, and he would take it to car shows and stuff. And I had what was called a Carnival Red 1976 Trans Am with the 400 big block. And I think between his car and my car, those were kind of like 2 of the best looking cars that would cruise on Wabash over the weekends. So,
talking about Clabber Girl and the Hulmans, they just had the Indianapolis 500. That was all started by the Hulmans.
Tony Hulman,
yeah.
Yep. Tony Hulman, which is also from Terre Haute. He's not alive anymore, of course, and they just recently sold the Motor Speedway.
We're not going that far back out. If you keep going the direction we're going out about 3 miles, there's Rose Hulman Institute, which she started too, and it's named after him.
Yeah. You guys could Google that, Rose Hulman Institute of Technology.
I don't know what Rose's first name was. There was a guy, Chauncey. It was Chauncey Rose, because there's a junior high school that used to be here. It was named after Chauncey Rose, but Chauncey Rose back in the 1800s used to own vast plots of land here in Terre Haute. He gave a lot of it, sold some of it, but he gave a lot of it away to the government and stuff like that to do things with.
So this town is actually known for a lot of different things. Not to mention, I've talked before about the roads that go through. It's called the Crossroads of America.
Taco 101, there's a new one.
Oh, there is a new restaurant.
Not open yet.
Taco 101. Have any of you guys ever heard of that?
Ambrosini's is gone, now it's Bar 365.
Bar 365, Sonka's Pub. This park we're passing right now to the right, this is where a lot of homeless people stay. They sleep in this park.
Yeah, right across the street over here where it says the loft that used to be the Lighthouse Mission, where they would house those people in the wintertime.
There's a lot of tattoo parlors. But yeah, normally during a Friday, Saturday night, cars would be parked along the side of the roads here where there's no cars parked now. Any empty parking lot, there would be cars. People would even go as far as to bring their lawn chairs out and set their lawn chairs up in the back of their trucks, out on the roads. A lot of relationships started out here on Wabash, that's for sure.
Yeah, a lot of breakups.
A lot of breakups, a lot of relationships, a lot of fights.
I remember one night, it was like 2 or 3 in the morning, and I decided to go home. I went over to Ohio Street and went down, and there's a gas station at one of the corners, and there's a light right there. And I pulled up to the light, and a nice fancy vet pulled up. It was some kind of an off blue color, and a man and a woman in it. And they were screaming at each other, and before the light turned green, she got out of the vet, took her high heels off, banged it on the hood, and scraped it all the way down.
Yep.
Destroyed that paint job.
This is where I had my first. I accidentally rear-ended somebody because me and my friends were too busy gawking at some guys walking down the side of the road. But the people in front of us, they were drunk anyway, and my car didn't hurt theirs. It was just a tap. So we didn't call the law or anything, but I learned to pay attention after that.
Yeah, I thought I was going to get in trouble one night too. I was going the other direction on Wabash, and being underage, I had some wine coolers, the old California coolers, in the back floorboard of my car.
Yeah.
And I got behind 2 guys on 2 Harleys, and they were just piddle farting along real slow. And all of a sudden, I got to a light at one of the intersections, and they took off real fast. And of course, I couldn't take off real fast, otherwise I'd be squalling my tires and attracting cops. So I ended up running the red light, and I got pulled over. Luckily, he'd seen what had happened, let me off on a warning, and never looked in the back seat. So
I actually did get my car well, the officer was going to try to search my car because apparently he was parked somewhere where he could see my car where I was parked, and saw my boyfriend at the time hand me a 4-pack of wine coolers, and I put them in the back of my car. But unless they have reasonable cause, or if you're under 18, they can't just search your vehicle without permission. I kept telling him I didn't know what he was talking about. I had no clue what he was talking about. He didn't search my car. He ended up getting another call off somewhere else, so I got lucky that night too. Yeah.
right here is where everybody used to turn around and head back the other direction.
There used to be an old Kmart out here that's not out here anymore.
Kroger's now.
Yeah, there's Kroger's. There's a Dollar Tree out here. Chinese restaurant, a Little Caesars.
Dollar Tree.
Yeah, I said that. There used to be a Blockbuster, but that was back in the day.
I'm going to head back the other direction in a minute, guys. Okay, I made the turn through the parking lot. I'm on 25th Street now, getting ready to turn back on Wabash.
Here to the right, there's a place called Spaghetti and Sub House. And they have some of the best simple spaghetti.
And garlic bread. Oh, I got good garlic bread.
The best garlic bread around here. They got a sale going on right now. It says Speed 4 for under $20. You get a bucket of spaghetti and a loaf of garlic bread.
And it's a lot less now than what it used to be. What used to be for that price, you get a big bucket of spaghetti, a big loaf of garlic bread, and a salad for 4 people. Now they don't give you the salad, and you get less spaghetti and less bread.
But it's still really good.
Yeah, they never changed the recipe. It still tastes really good.
I have tried to replicate their spaghetti sauce before, and I can't. I don't know.
They got good fettuccine Alfredo. I've had that before there. The meatball's pretty good.
So you could just imagine it being dark outside and cars parked up and down both sides of the road, and teenagers out hooting and hollering and loud music playing, and
you never know what you might see on Wabash.
People just having a good old time.
That was entertainment. Like I said, there's nothing really around Terre Haute for young people to do. Bars and restaurants, that's about it. If you were under 21, well...
The bars were out of the question.
Yeah. You can only eat at a restaurant so many times. mean, there's a few things in Terre Haute to do. Let's see, there used to be 3 bowling alleys.
There still is. There's 3 bowling alleys.
Yeah, and there used to be 2 skating rinks. And now it's down to just 1 skating rink. And you got to watch, just like this thing, people go right out in front of you.
There's a lot of outdoor eating spaces at a lot of these restaurants. So you can sit outside and eat.
Over to your left here, there's a 2-story brick building. It's a restore. It says shop, donate, volunteer, where you can drop off items and they'll resell them.
Yeah, they have them a lot around everywhere. The Habitat free store or free stores.
It's a great thing, and I'm really glad they do it, but they mark their prices way too high on a lot of that stuff. I know it goes for a good cause, but when you can go to somebody's personal house and buy a used washer for $50 and they have the same washer, they want $100 for it.
Yeah. A lot of memories driving up and down this road. That's for sure. And at this, like I said, this park that's got the homeless people, I feel bad for them. I was talking about mental health and the need to have more services for mental health. It's just very obvious in this area.
That was Donka's Irish Pub right there. That's a big draw on St. Patrick's Day. They sit outside and drink green beer.
I don't know if that taco place is open or not. There was a car in the drive-thru.
Was it?
Yeah. It may be open or may not. And right here to the left is the police department. Used to not be here back in the day.
Yeah, now it is.
Yeah, now it is. They have a Veterans Memorial Museum, dance studios, hair salon schools, where you could go in and get a cheap haircut and collar. Well, they used to be cheap. I don't know how much they are now.
She was talking about the square donuts up here. Their square donuts are good. They're just a glazed donut made square. But they have another donut, and I don't know if any other places have them. I have to call them a tractor tire.
And that's what they look like.
Yeah, they're shaped just like about a 5 or 6 inch around 2 inch thick tractor tire. And man, they are the best donuts.
They are yummy.
If you ever get to Terre Haute and get to one of the 2 square donuts, the one here on Wabash or the one that's up north, make sure you order a tractor tire. That's the first thing they usually sell out of every day.
They are delicious. Right here to the left, you can't, it says Clabber Girl, if you can see this on that blue awning right there.
And on your right is that parking garage they're building for the thing. And right here in front of you is Indiana University. We're on Byway.
The shiny building to the right that you can't see anymore.
Yeah, that's Hulman Center. Now, unlike a lot of colleges, since ISU's built right in the middle of town, there's a few roads that go through it. This is 7th Street. This goes right through the middle of the college. Things on both sides of the street are all owned or used by ISU. So you got to watch when you drive through here, because a lot of students go back and forth to the parking lots and the buildings and stuff.
Yeah, it's all university related.
Yeah, all except the Shriners up here on the left. You can see a statue coming in that's a Shriner holding a child. That's the Zora Shrine right there. Went to a circus there once when I was a kid.
And the nursing schools, which I'm familiar with, is over here to the right that you can't really see, but
yeah, and they have preschools in this big building here to the left. That's where our kids went a couple of years.
yeah. University of Education over here.
Yeah.
Psychology clinic. And more trains.
Yeah, lots of trains go through Terre Haute. Cunningham Memorial Library.
The theater.
Yeah. The ISU Theater. Can you get through that way?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Oh. Yeah, maybe.
I'll cut through one of their parking lots here if I can.
We haven't been up this way in a while, and they've...
Yeah, it seems like every year they redo something. I know between Union Hospital and
the university.
Yeah.
You gotta go that way.
The university, they keep buying up all the ground as it becomes available. The old houses and stuff, property.
But the Hulman Center that we were talking about, where Larry Bird played all of his famous games, is also the place where Elvis Presley came and had his concerts, where me and the chef saw all of our first concerts.
Yeah.
Our Kiss concert, our REO Speedwagon concert that we went to in 2015 or 2016.
Queen never came here though.
No, Queen never came to Terre Haute. They did go to Indianapolis, but not Terre Haute. But we would have been too young to go to a Queen concert anyway. But lots and lots of things around here. It's a little after 5 now, so hopefully the festival will be open.
Up here on your left-hand side again is the back side of the ISU arena.
Yeah, as soon as we get up to it, which
Yeah.
they're also remodeling, giving it a facelift. That big building to your left right here, this shiny building, that is the Hulman Center.
Yeah. I don't think they'll be able to see Larry Bird's thing. It's too much of an angle.
See if Chef can slow down and pull over here. I'll try to turn the camera so you can see the Larry Bird statue when we get up here to it. You guys can see that right there. Well, let me make it bigger. Hang on a minute, guys. If you can see that right there, that's the statue of Larry Bird. It's kind of blurry a little bit. Well, there it goes. It's focusing now. But I had to take it off the tripod so you guys could actually see it. But, yeah, that's Larry Bird's statue. There you go. Got you back on the rear view mirror holder now. What were you going to say, babe?
I was just going to tell them about the buildings right there. We're on Cherry Street now. We're heading back out to 3rd Street and then over to go back to the carnival.
We're back on Cherry Street. This isn't Cherry Street. This is 1st Street. We're headed back towards the festival area to see if they're open now. We've really, really, really been wanting some of those little itty bitty egg rolls that we were telling you guys about. If we can't find them today, then we know that we should be able to find them over the weekend. There's supposed to be a strawberry festival.
Now look how many people are there.
Yeah. Anyway, there's the river, guys. Just a little bit of a view while we're sitting and waiting. Wabash River. They have speedboat races up and down the river sometimes. They have a thing that they do a certain time of the year. I can't remember what it's called, but they put a bunch of yellow ducks with numbers on it, put them on the river, and you buy tickets, and if your duck crosses the line first, then I think you win like $10,000, something like that. So anyway, I'll bring you guys back when Chef comes back. People down there on a jet ski now. I don't know if you can see them or not. Jet skiing on the Wabash River. And here they come back again. I don't know where they went to exactly, but I hear them. They're down there somewhere. Unless they turned it over. I don't see them now. I honestly don't know where they went. They came close to the bank and I don't see them anymore. There's some people down there, but I think that they're okay. I think they just stopped. But Pood's doing a lot of barking because, you know, there's people and there's people with their dogs and stuff like that. If you can see those people in the left hand of the screen, that's about where the jet ski's at. Down over there. So, if I see him come up again, then I'll show you guys.
The guy who...
Okay guys, there is those little mini egg rolls that we've been waiting on. Chef got 2 orders.
4 for $3.75. I bought 5 orders.
Yeah, Chef bought 5 orders. You get 4 for $3.75.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Something like that. But they are too hot to crack into right at this minute.
Maybe it's $2.75.
So as soon as we can eat one, then we will show you guys what they look like. That's what the inside guys look like.
It's just meat and onion and water and chestnut and seasoning.
Meat, onions, water, chestnuts, and seasoning.
They're the best little egg rolls you've ever had in your life.
They're little, but they're so good. They look a lot bigger on the camera than what they actually are.
Sorry, I'm having trouble talking, but I got a mouthful of egg roll.
So, anyway, we're gonna try to get out of here. What?
I highly recommend the egg rolls.
Yeah.
But the older guy who's heavy set, sort of like me, with a beard.
There's a jet ski again.
That's evidently in charge of the stand or owns the stand, does not do a very good job. He isn't worried about customers or anything.
No, poor customer service this year. I'm gonna see if I can get you guys the jet ski going down the river again. I would not recommend taking a jet ski into this mucky river.
No, because logs and stuff is floating down through there.
All kinds of crap in here, not to mention the people that they found floating in the river.
And my dad knew one of the state patrol guys who was a diver, and he went down in this river one time and said he came face to face with a big catfish that if it opened its mouth, it could have inhaled him, and he came out of the water really quick.
Huge catfish in here. Okay guys, we'll be back.